Yeah, I think let's begin. I welcome you all to the webinar conducted by Hippo Papa on how to limit your kids' screen time. And the speaker who's joined us today is Chandralekha, who is a parent educator and who has actually educated 300 plus parents. And she has also got few ventures. I think it would be better if she talks about it. And over to her. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome.
Hi, hello everyone. Is my voice audible?
Yes, you are. I
Yes.
think we'll get the opinion from others as well.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, so happy to have you all here. So, I am Chandra Lekha, parent educator and also a lactation consultant. So, I have educated parents around 300 plus, both for parenting and also lactating. So, I also own a small venture known as Little Child, Little Brain, which sells life skills printables. So, let me start the topic because I have to discuss a lot about that. Shall we start the topic? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Before jumping into the main topic of screen time, I have to ask you all one question. Who are all feeling guilty for providing screen time to your babies? Who all are feeling guilty? First, I am. I am sometimes feel guilty for providing screen time for my baby. Who are all here feeling guilty for that? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, almost everyone, yeah. Okay, so first let me conclude a thing that is you don't need to feel guilty for providing screen time. Why? Because in this world, this generation, our environment, we all are into gadgets. Okay, see, I take workshops, I take webinar, I take consultations, everything through phone or laptop. My child is seeing me, always she is seeing me. So she asks for these gadgets because she know the fact that something is entertaining in those gadgets. So that's not our fault. Okay, that's not your fault. You needn't worry about these screen time. The thing is how we are using that screen time effectively. That's the matter. Don't feel guilty about providing screen time. If you are not giving screen time until now, means that also okay. That's not a problem. Also, if you are giving screen time, also that also not okay. That also okay. Okay, don't feel guilty about it. That's the first point. Okay, so let me start from the basic. That is introduction of screen time. From introduction of screen time. Okay, so, first question every mother asks me is when I introduce screen time, my daughter or my son often asks for a screen time. She don't want to do any kind of activities. Why that happens means because of the excitement level. Okay, let me tell you with an example. Okay, when we start assume that I start a fitness journey. Okay, for first 1 week I will do lots of workouts, follow strict diet and do every kind of fitness works until 1 week. Then after 1 week what I will do, started to skip workouts, started to have cheat meals. Okay, so that's what child is having for particular period of time. The excitement level will be high, so they will ask for screen time more and more when you introduce screen time in their life. Okay, when the excitement level becomes down, they won't ask for screen time much. So at first itself you have to set a routine. I will talk more about routine later, but this is an issue where mostly mothers sent me in direct message. So the excitement level will be more in initial days. So they ask for more screen time in initial days. Later it will be reduced. Don't worry about that. And AAP recommendation. AAP is American Academy of Pediatrics. You can check that in Google. They provide certain recommendations and rules all about children. Okay. So the AAP recommendation for screen time is until 2 years of age, there should not be a screen time. Okay. After 2 years of age, 2 to 5 years, there should be screen time less than 1 hour. So that won't happen. Actually it won't happen because in all homes the introduction of screen times will be less than 3 months or 4 months of age. So I started introducing a screen time, not actually me, it's my family. My family started introducing screen time to my daughter at the age of 8 months. Okay, we live in a family like that, that's not a worry. But try to postpone the introduction of screen time at least for 1 year of age. Okay, that's highly recommended, or else it will damage many things physically, mentally, everything. So you have to postpone the introduction of screen time at least for 1 year of age. Then about the duration, less than 1 hour is best. If child asks for 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes, that is okay, but don't exceed to 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours. 1 hour is best. For extra 5 minutes or 10 minutes is okay. I will discuss deep about that in further slides. Okay, so the next topic is how a screen time should be. So the screen time should be interactive screen time. So the screen times are two types. Okay, one is active screen time, another one is passive screen time. Active screen time is having interactions between the screen and baby, interaction between baby and the mother or father. Passive screen time is no interactions. Without interactions, baby is just watching the rhymes or baby is just learning about the rhymes or any other videos. So the thing is, it should be a interactive screen time. Okay, so you can ask me, okay, we live in a nuclear setup, how can I have a interactive screen time? You can ask me that question. Okay, it's not a problem because mostly in nuclear setup we give screen time to do our work without distractions, right? So that's not a problem. What you have to do is, okay, if you do cooking in kitchen and child watch screen in living area, that's not a problem. But you should ask questions from the kitchen while you do your work. So that will be a interactive screen time. So for example, if if your child is watching certain rhymes or Peppa Pig, well, let us say have an example of Peppa Pig. Okay, your child is watching Peppa Pig, you are cooking in kitchen, that's okay. You have to ask certain questions like, oh, what Peppa Pig is doing, what color Peppa Pig is wearing, why Peppa Pig is behaving like this way. You have to ask these kinds of questions to your child so that it will be interactive screen time. Without interactions, it's not good. Okay, okay, we can have an example here also. Hippo Papa has an app. They provide an interactive screen time. Okay, they have a character of Hippo Papa. Baby will interact with the Hippo Papa. They learn certain things through Hippo Papa. So it is a best interactive screen time. So you should choose screen time as interactive way. Okay, so many also ask whether video calling is a screen time. My son, we live in a nuclear setup. My son has to talk with my mom and dad for about 20 minutes. What should I do? Is it a screen time? So that's the question commonly arise among parents. So I don't think video calling is in screen time because it's an interactive session. Yeah, baby will respond to the speaker, whether it is your dad or mom, anyone, baby will definitely respond to the speaker. Okay, so don't worry about that. Video calling is okay, but the duration should be at least 10 minutes only. Okay, don't exceed that. That is best because it will definitely affect baby's eyes, everything, mentally too. So some older babies will try to move over to YouTube videos, cutting the call and moving to the YouTube videos. So it's best recommended until 10 minutes of video calling is okay, and don't worry about that because it is an interactive session only. Okay, let me conclude that quality, there are 2 points. One is quality of video and another one is quality of content. Okay, quality of video should be good, that you shouldn't introduce any poor quality like low MB videos. Okay, the quality of video should be very very good in a high MB, in a high picture quality. Then the quality of content, the content should be in a good quality. For example, the whatever content you try to show to your baby, that will definitely replicate in their character. So the quality of content should be very good. I don't recommend showing regional language videos to our child. Because why? Because the regional language videos like cartoons or rhymes or anything, because it will definitely have offensive words and characters like அவனை போட்டு அடி, அவனை கொல்லு, அவனை தள்ளி விடு, அவன் என்னை ஏமாத்திட்டான். So these kind of words will definitely be in these regional language characters. Okay, so child will definitely replicate that. You do you feel that anyone can feel that? Because my daughter often replicate whatever she sees in screen time. Okay, whatever the word comes in screen time, definitely she will replicate. Okay, Ramya, thank you for saying. So for example, she sees Krishna, little Krishna in Chutti TV. Okay, no, that's a very small screen time. She will watch only for 5 minutes. But one character told that achacha, achacha, like that. She started to saying that after she saw that video. Okay, so often see, whatever I say or whatever my husband says, her reaction will be achacha, achacha. Like, so whatever they are seeing will directly have impact on their character. So try to avoid these regional language cartoons or rhymes or anything. Okay, so I have to tell another example. Okay, I had a consultation recently worrying about sibling rivalry. Okay, the mother complained about sibling rivalry recently, which is much more. So I have a in-depth conversation and I had an in-depth history, and I found out that they introduced Tom and Cherry recently. Okay, Tom and Cherry cartoon recently. So what is Tom and Cherry? The cartoon is all about Tom irritating Cherry, Cherry irritating Tom. There is always rivalry between them. So when these cartoon is introduced to our children will definitely replicate that. Then if your home has siblings, then there will be a very level rivalry. So okay, so if you are choosing a content for your child, that should be okay for you, that should be approved by you. Then only you have to show to your kid. Oh, there are very many parental control apps in your phone, maybe Android or any iPhone, anything. There will be definitely parental control apps. You can control with that. Okay, please very choosy about the content. It is very very important. And next point is no phone while eating. Definitely don't do that. Even if you are in a nuclear setup, you have to cook or you have to wash vessels, you have to wash clothes, anything, but please don't give phone while eating. That's very, very important. Whatever work you do, you can give screen time to your child and have an interactive screen time. But eating, while eating, giving phone is absolutely not required. Okay, that will have a bad impact on their feeding behaviors, food connection with the baby, everything will go to worst. So don't give phone while eating. Okay, you can have an interaction, okay, positive interaction with the baby while they are eating, but please don't give phone. Next one, bigger the screen, better it will be. If the screen is bigger, like if you're showing the screen time in TV, it is okay, but mobile is not good. So bigger the screen, better it will be. So behaving the same way as the character does. So I discussed about this, no? So whatever they see, they will replicate that. I have to tell an example. Okay, we see several films like for actors like Rajinikanth and many more. Okay, what we do, we cut our hairstyle like Rajinikanth. We cut our hairstyle like Shreya. We cut our hairstyle like Nayantara. We put a specs like Nayantara. So what? We are replicating them. The same way, when a baby sees a cartoon or a rhymes, they will try to replicate that same thing. Okay, because they live in a fantasy world. They don't know the difference between real and the fantasy world. They think the Peppa Pig is real. They think Masha the bear is real. They think Tom and Cherry is real. So they will replicate the things. That's why I recommend you to choose the content very, very carefully. That's very, very important. Okay. So the next point is not doing any activities. Though many will complain that my daughter or my son is not doing any activities for at least for 5 minutes, but they are watching the YouTube videos for even 1 hour, 2 hour. Why this happens? Because child has a attention span. There is a concept known as attention span. So the attention span is the minutes, the number of minutes that a child could give their attention to anything. Okay, the attention span of 1 year old is 1 into 2 minutes. Attention span of 2 years old is 2 into 2 is equal to 4 minutes. So attention span of 3 year old is 3 into 2 is equal to 6 minutes. So whatever the age is into 2 is equal to minutes of attention span. So when take 2 years old, the attention span of 2 years old is only 4 minutes. So you have to set up an activity for only 4 minutes. If you are setting up an activity for an 1 hour, then they won't do definitely. So the activity, the duration of activity should be as much as low, so that they will be concentrate and have a good attention span. So why my child is seeing these YouTube videos for a long time means there are many varieties. True? Is that true? There are many varieties. They can see rhymes, they can see some cartoon characters, they can see stories, they can see Flippy, like that. There are many things in YouTube. So they will skip, and watch. That's why their concentration or their attention span is less for the activities. Okay. So for that, what you can do is do toy rotation. Toy rotation is a very, very interesting topic. You can search in YouTube or Google. There will be many topics for toy rotation. Okay, the toy rotation will grab some more attention span. Okay, so but you don't need to buy any costly toys for that. You don't need, definitely you don't need. You can choose toys whatever you have in your home. Even if you don't have any toys, that also no problem. You can use carrot as a toy, you can use vessel as a toy, you can use remote as a toy, you can use water bottle as a toy, anything. Okay, whatever you see around your house, that can be used as a toy. So let me tell an example. If you take a carrot, you can tell the color, you can tell the shape, you can tell about the nutrients that it has, you can say about number of carrots, and you can cut the carrot and say about circular shapes and longer stripes. So there are millions of ways. You don't need to invest in many costly toys. Okay, whatever you find in your home that can be taught to your child in more effective ways. Okay, so don't give screen time when they feel bored. This is a very important topic. Boredom is essential in raising children. Okay, because many mother will think, yo, my child is feeling bored, I have to give him snacks, or I have to give him screen time, or I have to make him go outside. So this is what our brain thinks. Okay, but boredom is very very essential in raising confident children, or any resilient or kindful any type of children. Boredom is very important, because whenever we or a child feels bored, they will find innovative ways to keep them entertained, isn't it? So when they feel bored, they try innovative ways. If we give screen time when they feel bored, means they won't try anything innovatively. Okay, it will have a huge impact when they become adult. Okay, so don't think my child is bored, so I am giving him screen time. I am cooking, I am having some household chores, so I am giving him screen time because they would feel bored now. Like that, you don't think, because boredom is essential. It is a big topic. I can talk about boredom for 1 hour. Like that, it is a big topic. But please, please allow your child to feel bored, so that they will try new things. Okay. So the next topic is constantly changing rhymes while watching YouTube. Okay. How many of you here feel this? Constantly changing YouTube videos. No videos will be full for 5 seconds, then they will skip next video. 10 seconds, they will skip next video. They don't watch even a single video fully. Who can relate to this? Okay, so it's because let me give you one example. Okay, or a nice example. You think you have a plate with full of your favorite foods. Okay, a plate with full of around 10 favorite foods you have in a plate. What we actually do is we try to grab those foods speedily to finish everything. Our mind will say only to finish all those foods instead of enjoying every single food. After finishing, if you ask your mind what I ate, there will be no answer, because the only thing brain says is please finish everything. Everything is your favorite. Please finish everything. Okay, the same way children's brain works. They know that all their favorite rhymes, all their favorite cartoons, all their favorite stories are in the YouTube. So their brain says, please skip everything and see everything, everything. So this is what happens. Okay, so it is eagerness. It is known as eagerness. The eagerness to see, to finish all the videos, to finish all the cartoons, to finish seeing all the rhymes. So they will skip, 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 skip everything. Every time they won't watch fully. They skip all the videos. So don't worry about that, because when they grew somewhat older, they will stop skipping, because they know the time is half an hour. So okay, I can watch 4 videos. Like that, their brain starts to think. So it is a common problem, but don't worry about that. Don't think negatively about that, because it will solve when they get old. Okay. The next is topic is very important: setting limits, boundaries. Okay, before jumping into setting limits and boundaries for screen time, I have to say one thing: switching off. Okay, switching off part is more important than setting limits or boundaries, because when switching off part is done natively, the impact will be more. They will ask for more screen time. The switching off part should be done in a more pleasant way. Okay, but what we do is, when we realize that, yeah, yes, Ramya, when we realize that the child is watching for a long hours, what we usually do is go and grab the phone and say, "So over, so over. I don't give. Okay, it's over. Please go and play. I won't give you any time of screen time in hereafter." Yeah, this will happen in every home, I think, because I too did this many times. But remember one thing: if you are watching a serial or you are watching your favorite program in a TV, okay, suddenly your mom comes and off the TV, what will you do? You will definitely shout. Definitely we will shout badly. So this is a form of tantrums, but in a more matured way. Same thing, child will try to shout, cry, pull us, push us, everything. So this is a way of tantrum in a more childish way. So we also do tantrums, child is also doing a tantrums, we are doing in a more matured way, they are doing in a childish way. That's all. That's the difference between parent and a child. Okay. So you should have a switching of time pleasantly. So you should give prior notice to your child at least before 5 minutes. You have to say like, Kanna, it's time to switch off the screen time. Da. Kanna, it's time to switch off the TV. Da. Our schedule has finished. So you have to tell these things for 5 minutes until you switch off. This will give a prior notice to your child. Okay, that's what very very important. And also if your child struggles to switching off the mobile or TV means, give them power, give them control. Maybe it's time to switch off the TV, you can do that. You can switch off the TV, you can switch off the button, you can switch off the phone. You give them power, you give them control. So if you give them control, they will definitely do that. Okay, so this is one way. This will reduce rebellion between parents and a child. Rebellion is opposing everything whatever parents say. So this will reduce if you give them power, if you give them control. Okay, this is one way. Then you can say, you can ask me that I gave power to my child. I asked them to switch it off, but she didn't switch it off. What should I do? So you can ask me. So you followed everything, and your baby is struggling to switching off means you should switch off. You should switch off the mobile data or Wi-Fi. That then definitely there will be a huge tantrum. So what you have to do is go to your baby's level, have an eye to eye contact, put kneel down, have an eye to eye contact. You say like this, maybe I understand you want to watch extra screen time, but our schedule has finished. I do understand that you are sad because I didn't give you mobile for extra 5 minutes, but it's our rule, it's our family's rule. We have to switch off in that time. And I am here to support you all through this sad journey. Please don't feel sad. Like that, you have to explain to your child. Okay, definitely there will be tantrums, but you have to put kneel down, have an eye to eye contact, accept their sadness, understand their sadness, support them, and empathize them. Okay, that's how you can pass that tantrum. Another tip to avoid this tantrum is, whenever switching off part is over, so you have to be ready with an interesting activity or the favorite toys or favorite activity of your child. You have to ready with that favorite toy or favorite activities of the child, and you should be readily available to them after switching off part. That's more important. You what we do is, we grab the phone and say, no, hereafter no screen time, go and play. I like that. We will say and go to kitchen. What will happen is child will have more tantrums. So after the firstly the switching off part should be pleasant. After that, you should be readily available to play with them, to have an interaction with them. So, and also there should be a favorite activity or a favorite toy or anything which is favorite for your child. That should be quite distractible to your child, right? So the next part is, don't give phone while baby cries. Okay, this is very very important, because if you do this, the next time baby will cry voluntarily, because she knows definitely knows that if I cry, my mom will give me screen time. She knows that she will cry voluntarily to get that screen time. Okay, so don't please give screen time while baby cries. What you have to do when a baby cries is support, accept, and empathize. Don't give in to your baby's cries. Okay, that's very, very important. If you do that even a single time, the baby will do more amount of cries to get that screen time. So, okay, if your baby cry means go to your baby's level, put kneel down, have an eye to eye contact, explain them that you understand their feeling, but it's a strict no. Okay, so you have to do that, but please don't give in to child's cry when they ask for screen time. Then definitely there will be more screen time if you do that. Okay, next thing is yeah, validate their feelings. Okay, validate, you should validate their feelings. You should think in child's side. Okay, you are think about child. She is watching an interesting part of video in YouTube. You are suddenly switching off means what will happen? Definitely they will feel sad, no? They, so you have to validate their feelings. You have to accept their feelings, support their feelings, empathize, and get rid of them from that feeling. Okay, first we have to understand their sadness. That's more important. Okay, then next point is don't give phone voluntarily without being asked for. Okay, don't, if you have some work, you giving phone. If you want to do cook, don't give phone. If you want to choose, if you want to wash clothes, don't give phone. Then when we should give screen time is follow a routine. A routine is very, very important. Okay, a routine is very, very important, not only in providing screen time, but the whole parenting, whole disciplining our child. Routines are very, very important. Example, I give you a routine. Example, if my child wakes at 6, 6 to 6:30 is a party time, 6:30 to 7 is a reading time, 7 to 7:30 some kind of activities, 7:30 to 8 breakfast, 8 to 9 screen time. So this is my routine chart. You can customize according to your family's rules and terms and conditions, but you should set a routine. That's more important. Okay, so if you have to give the screen time only on those routine times, this will very greatly reduce screen time exposure and also reduce tantrums. Okay, okay, you can ask me, my child is asking screen time afternoon or evening, sometimes on a weird time. What I should do? You can ask me this question. Whenever your child asks these questions, what you should do is prepare a routine chart and paste it anywhere on your home. Like behind me there is a chart, no, like that you can paste anywhere on your home. When your child asks for screen time other than the routine time, you can make them to go to the routine charts and explain them that the routine time for screen time is 8 to 9. 10 to 11 is a study time or a walking time. This time we won't we won't give screen time. This is our family rules. Okay, you like that, you have to explain to your child. Please, please, please prepare a routine chart. That will greatly have a huge, huge positive impact in your family. You can search about routine chart in Google. There will be a lot of examples, but you have to prepare a separate routine chart for your family, because no other certain chart available in Google will suit you. You have to prepare a own routine chart and paste it anywhere on your home. Whenever your child do tantrums in any time for anything, you can go to the routine chart and ask them, this is not a time for screen time, this is not a time to go outside, this is a time to read, this is a time to walk, this is a time to play activities. This will definitely create discipline in your child. I am following this for my child from 2 years. I'm strongly saying this. I don't feel that my child is doing strong tantrums. Yes, definitely we are facing tantrums in a day to day life, but that tantrums is very easy to solve, very easy to pause. I do parenting consultations for many parents. I don't feel their tantrums is equal to our home's tantrums. Okay, please give a sample routine chart. Okay, I will give you. You can personally contact me after the session. But it's easy to check in Google too. You can check that. But please message me after the session. Definitely, I will give you a sample routine chart and you can customize it to your needs. Okay, what did I talk? Routine charts, right? Okay, the tantrums. Okay, so that I do lots of parenting consultations. The tantrums I see there is not equal to in our home tantrums. It's definitely easy to pass, easy to solve. Why? Because we follow routine charts. We also follow many positive parenting tools, but this routine chart has a very level attraction in our family. This will cue. I must say you have to follow this, then only you will feel the difference. Okay, so no, whenever your child asks for a screen time, please don't say no. No, the power. Okay, I will address this later. Okay. Phone while eating, I will address this finally, but I have 2 points. I will finish this and talk about that later. Okay. So the more number of no, if your child asks for a screen time, you shouldn't say no, because the more number of no in a day is equal to respect for the no word no comes down. No has a power. Okay, there is a lot of respect for the word no. If you often say no, 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 you shouldn't do that, no, you shouldn't watch that, no, you shouldn't go outside, if you often use the word no, what will happen now? The respect for the word no will go down. The next time when you say no, baby won't respect that. Okay, no is a powerful word. You have to use it only when it is necessary. In our home, I truly say we won't use the word no. Baby, நீ அது செய்யாத, நீ அப்படி பண்ணாத, no, நீ செய்யக்கூடாது, no, you shouldn't do that. We won't tell these kind of no. Okay, yeah, I can understand that truly. Okay, you so instead of no, say what they can do. Okay, for example, okay, I am telling you with an example. Your routine time for screen time is 8 to 9, but your child is asking a screen time at a 12 o'clock. What will we say? No, this is not a time for screen time, go and study, like that we will say. If you say this continuously, the respect for the word no will diminish. So what you have to do is say what they can do. Go to the routine chart and say, baby, this is the time for playing. Please do that. The time for screen time is 8 to 9. Like that, you have to say. Please don't use the word no. Definitely, you will suffer a lot if you say a no lot. Okay, association with the TV and phone. So that's why I ask you to set a routine chart, okay? Because there should be no association with TV or phones. If baby feels sad, they can have screen time. If baby feels bored, they can have screen time. If baby feels angry, they can have screen time. So no, these kind of feelings should be associated with TV or phone. Okay, the feeling should be associated with connection. Parent and child should have a connection while baby is feeling angry, while baby is feeling sad, while baby is feeling bored. No types of feelings should have a connection with the TV or a phone, because next time then they won't learn to pause that feeling, they will ask for screen time. Okay, that will happen. Truly, if you do this in your home, you can truly relate to that, because it has a huge impact. Okay, that I have to speak for a long time. So don't associate any kind of feelings with the TV or phone. Please don't do that. Okay, so you that's why I recommend routine charts. 8 to 10, 9 is a time for screen time. You can definitely watch whatever kind of things you need to watch, you can watch, but the content should be in our control. We should do parental control on that. Okay, you have to say that. Okay, you can have two sessions of screen time too. Morning 8 to 9 screen time, for evening 4 to 5 screen time, that's okay, but the screen time should be within that limit. That's very important. Okay, then the most important topic, serials. Okay, because most homes, not in a nuclear setup, but if you are in a joint family, definitely this will happen. Serials has a huge impact on children, because I had a consultation before 1 month, I think so. Yeah, a mother with a child contacted me that the child is saying always, abortion, talking about abortion. Okay, talking about abortion. See, she is always talking about abortion. That was the complaint the mother said to me. When I talked with the child and talked also with the mother and the family, I came to know that the family is watching serials very sincerely, and there were lots of, definitely there are lots of offensive words, offensive characters in serials, which will directly impact on the baby's life. Okay, what baby says is, Amma, do you have an abortion? Can I have an abortion? Like, these are the questions with that the child arised to their mom. So that will be definitely create a huge negative impact to your child. Don't watch serials. Don't allow your child to watch serials. That's why quality of content is very, very important. Quality of content should be determined by you. Okay, you can ask me, okay, my mother-in-law should always watch serials. What should I do if she watches my child also go and watching? What should I do? Okay, if that's the question, I have a super tip for you. That the tip is, make your mother-in-law or make your mother to watch serials in their phone in a separate room. You please subscribe them to Sun TV or Z TV or any Colors TV or anything. Subscribe to that channel. Pay certain amount and ask them to watch serials in their room separately. Okay, 1 minute, I will finish that. Okay. Okay. So that's an effective tip. So you have to follow this, or else there will be a huge negative impact in your child's life, both in the character, in the words, and everything. Please don't allow your child to watch serials. Make your mother or mother-in-law or anyone to go and watch serials in a separate room. You can pay for that. Definitely. Okay, the session is finished. I prepared these points. These are the points very important in setting screen time for the child. And some doubts I came across was eating phone, using phone while eating. Okay, the thing is, why we give phones to our child while eating? Because we feel that our child is not eating enough. Yeah, isn't it right? We feel that our child is not eating enough, so if we give phone, they will eat more. So that's the main point I came across all the mothers, the reason of giving phone to their child, isn't it? We have to understand that all our toddlers will eat only less. You won't believe, my child's total amount of intake of food in a day would be 3 to 4 tablespoons. You won't believe if I say this, but that's the truth, okay? I have to give a brief explanation for this. That is, after 1 year of until 1 year of age, it's that's not a problem because whatever we give, they will eat. Whatever, even we won't eat that. If we give to our baby, definitely they will eat that. Okay, until 1 year, that's not a problem. After 1 year, this problem will arise that my baby is not eating, my baby is not eating, my baby is not eating enough. Okay, because imagine imagine your baby at first day of their life, and imagine your baby at first year of life. Okay, at first day they will be so tiny without no movements. At 1 year of age they become very big, triple the amount of weight. Many they do many activities like walking, jumping, running, crawling, etc. So if a tiny baby wants to become a big baby within 1 year of age, imagine how amount of food they should eat. They should eat a lot of food to become a toddler with doing lot of activities. But after 1 year, imagine your baby at 1 year. Imagine your baby at 4 years of age. There will be no growth and development. Okay, there will be very, very less growth and development. The only thing varies between these ages is they will have a good speech. That's all. The same way they walk, the same way they run, the same way that they jump. They don't have major growth and development. Their weight also remains same in this second year life, third year life, fourth year of life. So the thing is, they don't need food. That's the truth. Okay, they don't need food because there is very less growth and development. If until 1 year they have huge growth and development and they require lot amount of foods, but after 1 year the growth and development reduces. And I have to save a point. If you give lots of screen time after 1 year, definitely your baby won't eat, because a baby eats in a day only for the activities they do. If your baby has a lot of physical activity like running, you and your baby went to a park. Take an example. You and your baby went to a park. Okay, he played like everything, he played on everything. Then what he will do now, he will eat better because he do lots of physical activities. The hungerness will be more. but if you give screen time, what will happen? They don't have any movement. They will just watch the screen. Like that. They will just watch the screen. So they, if there is no activity in their body, the appetite will be less. Already the appetite will be less. If you provide screen time more, then the appetite will be zero. Then they won't eat. So please understand that your child will eat only less. Whatever your child eats in 6 months, they won't eat in after 1 year. The amount will be 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoon. Avloda. That's all. Okay, you have to understand that because there is no growth and development, their appetite will be very low. You have to keep this in your mind. Okay, but that's what happening in our home. Truly, I have to say my baby won't eat more than 4 tablespoons of spoons of food in a day because she don't need. She's eating only based on her activities. If she go to park and played well, if she played well with her dad, she will eat more. If I give more amount of screen time, she won't eat. Okay, so that's a fact. You have to understand this. Next thing is, while eating, have a positive interactions with them. Okay, don't give phone. Make your child to eat by themselves. Okay, I do take workshops on toddler eating. You can join that. It's for about 3 hours. I will give you more techniques and tools to make your child to eat by themselves. I cannot say everything in this class in a 10 minutes. So I ask you to join in that workshop, okay? The thing is, only remedy for these kinds of questions is make your child to eat by themselves. Give them favorite food plus new food. If you say that my child won't eat anything without seeing YouTube's means, you have to offer a plate with the off section with favorite food, half section with new food. Then baby will try, at least try their favorite food. Okay, you have to make a rules that the baby should eat only with the family. The baby should eat only in a dining table. You have to set a rules like this. You have to provide food with favorite and also new food. Definitely they will try new food. Okay, it will not happen in a single day. It will take more days to adopt to these changes, but it will change. Don't worry, definitely it will change, but you have to wait patiently. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what without recording play sorry, watching YouTube's while eating. So is there any other doubts?
Is there any other doubts that you would like to ask her, or we will end the session by now?
Okay, Nirmala, is that Nirmala who asked me? Okay, the one thing you have to remember is there shouldn't be any kind of distractions while eating. Why? Not only for child but also to you, you should eat mindfully. Okay, you shouldn't see TV or using phones or you reading newspaper while eating. You should see the food, you should see the texture, you should enjoy the food by totally involving in it. Okay, you shouldn't give toys or books while eating. That's not highly recommended. That's why I am telling you to make your child to eat by themselves. Okay, it's not highly recommended to give any kinds of toys. Eating without distraction is very good. With distraction will definitely impact food baby relationship. Is
Is
there
there
any?
any other question?
Yeah. Thank you for joining Mommy's Passion. Thank you, Nirmala.
Yeah, I think we can end the session. That was so insightful. Thank you so much. I think everybody would have had great things to take home today. It was really, really informative, and you had an amazing flow. Thank you so much for joining and giving your insights to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Actually, talking about parenting, talking about children is my favorite thing, something close to my heart. So, thank you for inviting me. Thank you for everyone here for joining us.
That's so nice of you. And to conclude, Hippo Papa is also an app that is providing good screen time for children, and I think you can all check it out after this webinar. And the coupon code will be sent to you. Thank you. We'll end the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.